All right, so this is from Eddie Hogan. The subject is Disco. Disco is wrong. Let's suspend him for. I'm not going to read this.
Wow.
Just suspend him for a week for that. Okay. Disco, you're the man, but I really question your ideas for the Usos at WrestleMania. Your ideas for doing Jay and Sammy versus Solo and Jimmy is flat out bad. The Usos have been tag team champions for well over a year, and it was a classic run filled with some of the greatest tag matches and coolest finishes I've ever seen. And your bright idea is to just have them vacate the titles. I have to say this though, I do think it's time to break them up. All right. Well,
I mean, you just
even if they turn, make them 2 weeks. All right. Even if they turn babyface, it's all been done before. The Usos are simply one of the greatest tag teams in wrestling history, but I think that it's coming up to a good time to break them up. So Konnan, Disco, and Joe, if you're booking the breakup, what would you do? By the way, guys, I follow hugely on Instagram, and wouldn't you know it, the Irish Lust was photographed out drinking all weekend.
of course he was.
What a stereotype. His chick is pretty hot, though. So I bet she's a beard. Okay, first of all, I think that makes the bloodline. Okay, think about this. What if the Usos, after all that time, they have to vacate the titles because of family problem? I think it makes the storyline more interesting. To be honest with you, like that's one of the things, like how like the turmoil this family's gone through. You know, I don't know. I mean, I just said there's a million things you could do to write that story. I liked that. Every way they go is not really wrong. But I like the idea of Sammy and Jay together. I think are huge baby faces. They're huge baby faces, you know. And you got a couple killer heel tag teams you can feed those guys too, you know. So they're like the best buddy gimmick, you know. I don't know. Well, what do you think, Konnan?
Yeah, I agree, bro. I mean, they've had it forever. You got to do something to freshen it up and elongate the storyline so they don't become stale. And that's a great way of refreshing it up.
Just imagine if they did a deal where, you know, the reveal is like Kevin Owens turns on those guys and reveals that Roman got to him, and he's like now buddies with the Bloodline. You know, bro, there's a million things.
There's many ways you can go. Yeah,